Hi, and welcome to Paper Root Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I'm working with a sketch from Jennifer Edwardson Creative Inc. and her Sunday Live Use Your Own Product sessions. Okay, so let's get started. This is the sketch I'm going to be following. This sketch was posted on Jennifer's business page on Facebook on June 18th, and the video she posted was on June 20th. And I worked that day, but in the evening I kind of followed along and got some of the layout adhered down, and then it kind of sat on my desk for a while. So I'm going to finish it up today with you, and let's see what I can do. So here is the paper that I'm going to be working with. That is from Creative Memories, and it is called Construction Zone, and it is from 2009. So it's Creative Memories, so it's really thin paper. That's okay. I can make that work, and I want to show you a couple of tips and tricks that I'm going to use with this layout. So let me just move these sheets of paper. I just wanted you to be able to see what I was working with. I'm just going to move these out of the way. And then I'm going to show you how I'm going to use this really thin piece of patterned paper that I got on clearance at Michael's. It's super thin, but they were 10 cents a sheet, and I do love a wood grain. So I usually use a wood grain as a background though. So my struggle is that I need to back it onto some cardstock. So sometimes I'll just use a colored cardstock that I don't really like. In this case, I am going to use this sheet. Sorry, my lighting is terrible because it's too hot to open the blinds. So I bought this collection recently from Reminisce. It's called Barnwood Beauty. It has beautiful wood grain papers, and that's what I bought it for. But I kept the backing sheet for it because it was white on the back, so I thought I could use it as for matting or whatever. And so I keep stuff like this with my white scraps, and then when I find a need for them, I pull it out and make use of it. So in this case, I'm going to use it as a backing paper, and I just left it intact and just glued down one side so that I wasn't fussing with it or getting my head in the camera. But I'm just going to finish adhering it down, and then I will cut off the bottom strip so that it matches the 12 by 12 size, because it was just a little bit bigger. So that's one of the tips and tricks that I was wanting to show you for using a thin piece of paper as your background. And like I said, if you've been scrapbooking a long time, you probably have 12 by 12 scrapbook sheet, 12 by 12 cardstock sheets in various colors that you probably don't like, or you don't like using colored background cardstock anymore, or maybe that's just not your jam, but it sits in your craft room. So that's one of the things that it's really still good for. Okay, and then of course those sheets, keeping them as white cardstock, very helpful. Okay, so this is now my background for this layout. And another tip I wanted to share with you is that this collection came with these clear stickers. Sorry about the glare. Like I said, I can't open the blinds, so I have overhead lights happening. So clear stickers are something that I've always had a really hard time using. Unless I'm using a completely white background, they just don't work for me. So what I do is that I actually think that I bought this collection new from a consultant that ran a crop I went to, and then I've picked up extra bits and pieces of it from garage sales along the way. So I had 2 of these sheets, so it was easy for me to show you what I've done here. So I had taken these, and these are, like I said, they're just clear stickers. So when you peel them off, they're quite see-through, right? Like you can see my fingers through there. and there's no border. They're very thin. I find them really hard to use. So what I like to do with them is I like to mount them all onto a sheet of white, smooth white cardstock. I just use the 8.5 by 11 smooth white cardstock, 80 pound, I think, 80 a pound. Maybe it's 100 and I don't know. Next time I buy it, I will let you know, but I pull it out of the packaging and it sits in a, like a magazine holder. So next time I buy it though, I'll let you know what I buy. And I just back them all onto white cardstock. And then I cut them out. So, oh, this is different. So then, as you can see, I took these are the same icons. This one had a few used already, but I just made my own little die cut pieces. So it's like having a die cut pack with your collection. So if you have those kinds of stickers in your inventory and you're not really sure what to do with them, this is a really great way to make them more usable, in my opinion. This is much more usable to me than this is. Okay, so I have this little die cut pack, and I will just move these off to the side because I will be using some of them for my layout today. And then the other sticker sheet that you saw that had more like words on it, these ones, sorry, where's the sticker sheet? These ones. I used the Creative Memories kits. I don't know if they still do. I do think they still have these. I don't know if they come in the kits though. They come with these like photo mounting. They're like 6 1/4 by 6 1/4 or 6 1/2, or sorry, 4 1/2 by 6 1/2 or 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. I can't remember, but they're like matting rectangles to put your photos on. But I used them and I had some scraps with this too, so I used some scraps. I used them for making embellishments out of what was left of my sticker sheet. So I just took the clear sticker, mounted it onto let's see if I have one. So took this one, big boy, mounted it onto my photo mat, and then used a circle punch to punch it out. So I also had a tag punch that I used. And then this one I just cut into a rectangle and then used my corner rounder from Creative Memories that goes like the opposite way. So it's a 2-way corner rounder and it makes this like ticket notch. So I made like a ticket embellishment with that one. That was from here. Big boy. 100% pure boy. My big helper, I'm hoping to use that one today. Boys and their toys. So those were the ones that I had left on the sheet, and I made them into embellishments to add to my little die cut pack here. And then when I start running low on these, I'll do the same with the 2 sticker sheets that I've bought since buying the original collection. Okay, so those are a couple of tips and tricks that I just wanted to show you before I got put my layout together with you. I guess I have actually one more tip to share with you. So this is the part of the layout that I got. Sorry, I'm just gonna move this over towards my other stuff. This is the part of the layout that I got finished while I was watching Jennifer's video. It is, there was like a base sheet and then another one on top, and then a strip here, and then she had like a scallop border punch. I used like a notebook punch. And then with my product focus of using up my alphas, I wanted to, I had one of the words, a couple of the words actually, that I wanted using this sheet, this basic gray sticker sheet that I had included in my Use It or Lose It alphas set, even though it's not thickers. And I had a lot of the numbers left, so I took the numbers And I had to add glue to them. They're cardstock, but they're really old because they're from Basic Gray. Strangely enough, this is also from 2009, same as this Creative Memories collection. So I made another border strip using numbers. I think these are really good for little kid layouts. I think that it's very childlike, practicing your counting, but I didn't have a number 8. So I took my die cut bits that I had in here and I found 2 gears and stacked them on top of each other to make a number 8 that I feel like also fits with the motif of my, or the theme, I guess, of my layout. So there's another little trick for you to give a try too. I also used some of the apostrophe thingies for this one. And there we have it. So, sorry if my chair is being squeaky, but I need to move it forward. I'm not quite where I need to be. Okay, so I'm going to glue this part down onto my backing paper, and I left it off of there because I wanted to show you how I was going to use that really thin wood grain paper, because I didn't want to pass that up at 10 cents a sheet for a wood grain. I figured I could use some cardstock that's just collecting dust in my craft room to back those with, and I think I made a good choice. I really like how that looks. Okay. Now I'm thinking that that hangs over a little bit, so maybe I'll just give it a little haircut and trim it off the edge here. So like I've said before, if I think that something is still in my craft room is still usable and something that I like, I keep it, which this I really like. I like the gear motif. I like the little icons. I think they're super cute. So they stayed and I'm using them. Look at that. So I'm gonna grab my Scotch tacky glue from Michael's, that is in my fine line bottle. Sorry, my brain is giving out on me today. Now I feel like I'm missing a piece. I put together my title using these Basic Gray stickers that I already talked to you about from my product focus of trying to use up stickers in my stash that need to get used or go away. And it looks like I made my own E using a C, and it looks like I lost the little bit that I was using for that. So I'm just gonna cut this piece off of the Z and I'm gonna use that. I think that will work. I'm not sure what piece I had used before, but I think this should do the trick, because now it looks like an E, right? Okay, so these are Heidi stickers from American Crafts, and this is all I have left of them. I'm not sure what else I'll make out of that, but we'll see. And the Basic Gray had an M and a Y and the ampersand, so I'm going to use those. I still have GROW, and since I'm working on kid layouts, I feel like I can still use those letters here. So we'll see if I hang on to that. I might just, yeah. Anyways, when I do put all of those away, I'll show you what I do with them, because some of them I'll just toss in the trash, of course, and some of them I will make things with. So you will get to see how I'm gonna finish those off, but I'm not quite there yet. If you didn't watch my layout share video from June, it explains that I'm going to continue my product focus of using up these letters, and when I get to where I want to be with them, I will do a share video of how I use them as embellishments, or how I use them, how I break them up into my iris containers, or embellishment boxes, or if I choose to make a background or a layering piece with them, I'll show you that too. Because it looks like I have quite a bit of numbers left, so I think I might make a number backing. Numbers are great for little kid layouts like this. They are great for anything that's talking about measuring, growing. They are good for anything talking about, what else was I gonna say? They're good for anything else talking about dates, those kinds of like New Year's, like moving ahead, celebrations. Uh-oh, that one came kind of apart. That was not my, shouldn't have glued that down yet. We'll see if I can fix it or not. Okay. And then, so I find that if I get to the end and I have a bunch of numbers left, I'll repurpose them somehow by either adding them to like my birthday box or they're also good for school layouts, milestones. Yeah, so they're very useful in my opinion, my very humble opinion. So I will show you how I'm going to use some of those up. Also, I find things like ampersands, for example, can be used as embellishments. So sometimes I'll break those up into my embellishment box. But so stay tuned for that, because I will be sharing my process for that. And I don't think this is showing up very good on camera, but the background is actually gray and the letters are white, so they do stand out in real life. It's just that my lighting is super terrible today because I cannot open the blinds. It's so hot in here, and I have turned off the air conditioner just to make my video tolerable. So I'm not sure about those yet. I did pull them off in the hopes that I would use them, but we will see when we start adding some embellishments. So there's my title. Here is my little journaling square. Let me just put a lid on this so that it doesn't dry out. And my journaling says, Daddy built a gate to protect Quentin from getting into all the things in the mudroom and the laundry room. It doubles as a fun place to play peekaboo. So that is my journaling. It will go right there. There we go. So let's see what we want to pull out from here. So I like this My Big Helper because that's pretty cute that he's standing there while Dad checks the gate and makes sure it's safe. Of embellishment bases maybe. We'll see how that goes. I like this measuring bit. I might tuck it under here. I do like this, but I don't think it's gonna go with this particular layout. I'm gonna automatically take out the trucks because I don't feel like that fits, and the construction zone stuff. I don't want the little people on this one. So let's see what else we've got. We've got an arrow. That might be fun. And we've got a couple more gears, which I might put up here because we have gears down here. And then we have some tools and nails. These might be cute like this on either side, hey? And then we have these three things that could maybe go with the little bits, the bitty bits. Do I want this? No, because I feel like it goes the wrong way. So I also, if you watched my layout share video, you'll know that I did not finish the, what do you call them? Like my project focus was supposed to be the video, no, wow, words are super hard. I am not having a good brain day. I think I'm kind of burnt from working so much this month. Let's see. Let's focus. So I didn't finish the April photos from my grandson's first year album. I will continue to, work my way through those things and see where it takes me this month. I am hoping to finish them, and then I think I'm going to take a break from his first year and scrapbook something else. I don't know if I'm going to. I kind of have two ideas. One is travel. I have a lot of travel stuff. I don't know when I'm going to get my son's grad photos, because like I said, grad was sort of like a surprise. We are actually having a grad. But he's done a photo shoot with his like cap and gown and his girlfriend and whatnot. And then he's doing another one. They're going hiking in their formal wear. So they are going to have a photographer who is also just happens to be his uncle, follow them on their hike and photograph them hiking in their formal wear. So I think they're crazy because I think they'll roast to death, but I am also not 17 anymore, so I don't know if that's just an age thing or if they, I don't know, maybe it'll be a cooler day this summer. So they're doing that. So once I get all those photos, I'd of course like to start his grad album, but not until I have all those photos in hand. And knowing my brother, it will take a while because he likes to edit before he sends, even for family. So then there's that. I also have my granddaughter's album that I would like to get. I mean, I've done some layouts about her, but I'd really like to get like a format in mind, decide where I'm going with it, start picking, choosing, and printing, that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna tackle next, but I feel like I need a break from, not that I don't love this album because it's been a lot of fun, but I just want to do something a little bit different. I feel like my creativity gets kind of stagnant, I guess, with, oops, sorry about that noise, if I keep working on the same thing. And I was excited about this when I started this because I had finished up all of those baby product, like that iris container full of baby boy stuff, and I was starting on my other box of like little boy stuff, so like this kind of stuff that I hadn't worked with in such a long time. So I was really excited to get started with this album, but now that I've been working on it for a bit, I think it's just a good time to like do a little something different for a bit. It will be a surprise what I choose, because I currently have no idea what I want to choose. I know I have a ton, an absolute ton of travel photos printed that I have not done. I also have a COVID album started that I haven't tackled yet. I started it, then I got kind of cranky about it and I stopped working on it, and I do think it's something really important to document. I've been still taking photos. I've been still keeping track of things. I just felt like maybe I needed to do it after the fact so that I could reflect on it as opposed to just being like cranky about how my life was going. I have to tell you that it was a very difficult time to be working in a school. I had such a hard time being good at my job this year. And every day was a struggle. And I did the very best I could, and I still love those little kids, and I showed up for them every day, and I love them. And I'm glad I did it, but it was not my favorite. So, okay, so those are how I use those clear stickers as die cut pieces, and I'm liking how that's looking. I think I would like to add in, these little bits and some of these. I'm just going to ink up the edges, and I'm just going to use my liquid glue for these because I didn't run them through my Xyron with the other stuff, and I don't want to do that now. So I think one here. I think one in each. I've kind of started 3 clusters here, sort of. I don't know. It's kind of a unique layout. She had 6 photos in hers, which was pretty cool. But I didn't have, because I was focusing on this particular project, I didn't have 5 or 6 even photos of the same thing that I wanted, that I had small enough to fit like the sizes. Sorry, man, I'm having a hard time talking today, of her photos. But look at that, 6 photos in one layout, and her layouts were really cute with the smaller photos. But I think it worked out okay with, you know, with my just 2 4x6 photos. I think it worked out fine. And do I even want these? I'm going to put them on, and then if I want to take them off, I'm not gluing them down with liquid glue yet. If I want to take them off after I take photos of my layout, then I will, because sometimes that's when I decide things, and I hate when it's glued down and I can't change it. So I'm going to do it this way first, and then I'll decide later. So there's that. And then I did pull some enamel shapes. I pulled 2 different ones. What else did I have in here? Oh, I have wood pieces. Okay, well, let's see. Do I want wood pieces? I don't think I do. I'm going to pass on those. I also pulled these yellow and orange Candy Shop Jawbreakers, they're called, from Queen & Company. So I thought they kind of went nicely with this layout, but I'm not really sure. So I'm going to leave those off for now. And I don't feel like I need enamel dots at this time because I pulled out the same color as what I have in these, but I might change these out for enamel dots. So like I said, I'm going to photograph it first and then I'll decide, so you'll be able to see that in the close-up shots or the detail shots, probably more likely. So that is my layout for today. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please click the like button to give me a thumbs up. And hit the show more button under the video description if you'd like to find links to Jennifer and her social media. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, it would make my day to have you as a subscriber. Just click that subscribe button and be sure to hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when a new video goes up. Have a great day, everyone.